Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the show. I am JTXRP, and today I'm going to be going over a set of tutorials. This is going to be the first tutorial in a series, small series, hopefully, where I'm going to show you how to set up one of SwissTech's or the Dex Machine's bot here. And I've got a special guest with us to help us do that. But let me know your thoughts as we go through. Would love to hear your comments about everything from the ease of setup to how useful you think you're going to find this as you go on. But I've always been very skeptical about trading bots. This is, even coming from another person who has used this and has had some pretty good success with it, from what I understand, has got me even more interested in it. So I'm having Julian back on here in a second, and we're going to talk about his experiences. It's going to be a little bit of a talking point up front, but then we're going to have the tutorial and setup towards the end of the video, so make sure to stick around for that. But I do have some preliminary questions that I think everyone will have on their mind getting started. But before we do get started, make sure to, of course, smash that like button. And if you are interested in supporting the channel, I live off your donations and the kindness of everyone in the community. So thank you for that. The links will be in the description, as well as anything we go over in this tutorial. The links will be in the description for you to go and find. So you don't have to go hunting for it or try to find what I had on the browser. Just go in the description. They'll be labeled. The links will be there for you. But without further ado, I do want to introduce Julian, the CEO of SwissTech and Tipper. Julian, thank you so much for joining us today.
Hi everyone. Hello. Thank you for inviting me. I'm Julian, founder of SwissTech and also leader on the Tipper project. And we created the Dex machine recently, and I'm happy to show that to you guys.
Gotcha. Well, you said that you did mention before we were doing the video that this is a beta version. But before we get into the actual tool itself, I had some questions about your experience. Because in our last video, I believe you said you were a software developer whose expertise was in trading bots, or did I misunderstand that?
That's I have one of my developers who basically had a long expertise in screeners. That's also why our domain is called Cool Screeners.
Okay.
He was actually creating indicators and trading screeners basically and selling them. So he has a long experience in basically creating indicators, live indicators that are triggering, for example, boats also. And he was also using boats since a long time. And yes, myself also, I had not by creating them, but by trading with them during a few years. So yes, I took a lot of advantage, I would say, from grid trading, which was, in my view, one of the most profitable action over time. That's where basically everything started. Also, to import that on the XRPL DEX. So for sure, it's different than on exchanges. There is no leverage. There is no trading on futures. It's really exchanging one token to another and trading them. But it's still very interesting on the long term to catch the volatility of assets. Yes.
Gotcha. And so your expertise, and one of the reasons that I wanted to do this tutorial is because I always was interested in bot trading, but I heard people like Quincy Jones that said, hey, if you're not careful, you will lose your shirt. And so I've always been very like, I really don't want to play with my investments like that. But again, I
Yeah, sure.
saw, shout out to Culinary Jedi, I saw him using it more, and I was like, well, maybe I should get into it. And if I have your help, maybe that will be the good factor for people learning about bots. And you said it was grid trading, correct?
Grid trading, exactly. Yes.
Yeah. So I want to understand more about this, and I'm always happy to share my learning with others. You may, as the viewer, may be more familiar with this than I am, and that's fine. But this is where I'm starting, and I'm hoping to be the voice of, the everyday person who's just trying to get in more and more of this. So,
To
um,
to to be very honest, we grid trading on the XRPL DEX is new for everyone.
okay.
So there is no one with a lot of experience around, I would say. Maybe some hidden developers who had it, but anyway, they were not trading grids on XRPL tokens. We would have known that. They maybe did that on XRP US dollar. But no, I think it's new for everyone to see boats arriving on a larger user base and touching many different XRPL tokens. And I want just to quickly return to your point where you said your friend said you that be careful with boats. Yes, there's some trading boats, some type of trading boats where you absolutely can lose everything. You can end up with zero. You can play with huge risk. That's mainly on exchanges when you trade with leverage and future. So there's always a huge risk, yes, to end up with zero and having nothing. It's kind of different on the XRPL. There is less exposure. You don't have a leverage. There is no liquidation. So it's not possible to wake up a morning and see a liquidation message. The only wrong thing that could happen is, for example, that token price is crashing and that you have bought many of them and that the price of it is still lower than the price you bought it. And with the problem of a lot of scam projects, there is maybe tokens that will also never come back again up. So yes, there's always risks. And I advise to people to really only trade the tokens, the projects they know, or XRP US dollar. And if they do so, I think it's already way, way more secure than trading futures on an exchange. And yeah, so
So,
it's
well, let's
kind of a
just
different thing.
well, let's just narrow this down to the level of risk from your at least your perspective. And again, none just as we said, and the disclaimer shows before, none of this is financial, legal, and other advice. This is sharing education and entertaining. So with that being said, on a scale from 1 to 10, what is your perception of the risk compared to other bot trading and what you have created?
The first risk is for me the leverage, the risk of being liquidated. I mean, no one
Sorry,
is
I don't mean to interrupt. I
there's
just want to ask the scale from 1 to 10, 10 being like the riskiest thing. You will 99.9% lose your shirt versus 1 being like, I might end up with 25 XRP less if I invest 1,000 XRP or something like that. I don't know. I'm trying to
um,
understand.
yeah, I understand that question. For me, the most riskiest would be really to trade high leverage tokens on an exchange,
Okay.
on tokens, on crypto tokens that are very volatile and where you basically not really know what token, what project, what are you trading in reality. So there is I can give the example of Bybit, which have a very good trading bot section, but you can trade so much tokens with so huge leverage that it's very quick to select a token and to launch something on it, and you never know what it's gonna happen. So for me, it's really leverage trading. There's the risk, always the risk of getting liquidated if your leverage was too high or if the token dropped too much or pumped too much, depending how you trade. So for me, this leverage thing, bringing you to the liquidation thing, making that you end up with zero is for me a no-go. And a trading bot should be something where you don't have to care about, where you can let it run and you're not waking up one morning and getting liquidated. That's not the idea of a trading bot for me.
Yeah, me neither.
So yeah, yeah, 99%, I would say 96% of people would lose their money while trading with leverage.
Okay.
If it's a bot or anything else, for me, it's like poker. There's few professionals knowing what they do, and the large majority is losing money.
Yeah.
And the bigger chance, I would say, where you have more chances as a beginner to succeed would be to trade with no leverage.
Yeah.
And yes, for example, XRP US dollar and having a longer term plan of a few months with a large price range, you get never liquidated. You can only end up with many US dollar or many XRP. but you will never end up with zero.
Yeah.
A grid is also something different, which is basically a grid on the XRP Dex is a order book that is placed. You have sell orders placed and buy orders placed, but the bot is not taking any decision. He is filling up this price range with the number of grids you asked him to do, and he will do nothing else. And if it's going out of that price range, he will stop working because you asked him only to do his job in that specific price range. So
Interesting.
yeah, it's not something that will say, oh, base it on an indication I'm selling now or I'm buying now. The bot will never do that. The bot is just placing buy orders and sell orders according to what you asked him to do. So from that point of view, it's way more safe because basically the bot is only doing what you asked him to do. And he is not taking decision to go in another direction or to go a bit higher in the price or a bit deeper. He is really, it's a tool, you configure it, and he is doing what you asked him to do and nothing else.
Yeah, so this is not machine learning, this is not AI, this is a tool to put in buy and sell orders that will automatically do them within a certain price range.
Exactly.
Okay.
And the space between a buy and a sell order, that's up to any users because he will fill a price range with a number of grids, and more you have grids in a tiny range, then yes, less is the profit between each position. And if you have few grids in a huge price range and the action has played out, yes, the benefit between those grids will be huge. But again, it's a tool. I cannot come up and say this tool is making you that amount of percent. That's up to every user, how he is using it, how he is configuring it, what token he is trading, what is the moment he did that. So it's really a tool, and we not guarantee anything to people.
Yep.
We just guarantee that if it's well used, there can be good surprises.
Okay.
So,
Well,
but also on the other side, we always have people asking if we share signals or configuration. I think once someone has found the perfect setup, he doesn't want to share that information with others.
Yeah, I get that.
Because more you have grids doing exactly the same, then less you have benefits also. So it's kind of also a tool for people, and they will achieve things, but maybe we not always know how well it is used because people will keep it for them, basically.
Oh, okay. Well, I will try to share what I find out. I don't imagine I'll be doing anything too crazy. So that being said, we've talked about yourself in the background. We talked about how you've done trading in the past. That's why you created the tool, obviously. And this is the only tool on XRP that does this kind of trading, correct? That you're aware of?
I think there's others, but it's not public, so it's
Okay.
private. People build that for their own. There's developers running their own boats, but it was not accessible to public. We got attacked by boats, experimental boats. I mean, our own token. We had boats that were not doing profitable trades, and we even asked that project what's happening. So there is boats around, but never there was a boat that people like you and me, everyone could use simply to do trading and benefit for their own. So yes, I think it's the first public DEX trading boat.
At least as of July 22, 2023. So
Exactly.
that being said, let me know. Please put down in the comments below if you found something else, or let me know how you're using this. Would love for people to follow up afterwards. But I do want to get to the tutorial here. I do want to cover real quick, where do we go for support, or where do people go for help? Because no offense to everyone, I'm learning this myself. I want to make sure you go to where Julian wants you to go to, because I am by no means the expert in this yet. But Julian, where do they go for support if they need help?
There is an email down. So for someone who is basically landing on the page, sorry, in the disclaimer in those things, he can find the email. But the idea is that you're landing on this trading boat through the SwissTech community, through the SwissTech server, through the SwissTech typer. So the idea is really go over the SwissTech Discord. There is a Dex Trader channel. You can ask everything. There is other people answering you. There is the team directly helping you out. And if there is something that you don't want to share with other people, once you see me in the chat, you can always ask me to DM me also. And we always help out in the SwissTech Discord.
SwissTech Discord. Okay, cool. And let's talk about the bot up and down time. So is the bot on a server somewhere that you all have, or what determines the up and down time of this tool?
So yeah, that's really let's say that the actual battlefield right now, where we are working hard right now. We are setting up a data center here in Swiss. As many already know, I'm behind SwissTech, Tipper, the airdrop machine, this trading tool, and few other things that are planned. So this requires a lot of resources of hardware. And at some point, we just decided to create our own data center. We have already XRPL nodes for the faucet for this tool, but we realized that we need different types of XRPL, of XRPL nodes, and that yes, we are right now setting up a larger data center where we for sure have also everything double, basically a switch system if batteries, if electricity got cut, a double internet connection with two different providers. So it's a serious thing. We have in our team we have hired someone which is a network engineer. So it's really his job to prepare us every hardware we need behind, and also for our customers. So until now, we have different. We have our own hardware and a cloud backup, basically. But after that, it will really be our data center taking care of that. And we have always a friend project who has basically XRPL nodes on the cloud also, where we can, in case of we had really something, switch over there. But this would really need a tsunami, I think.
Okay.
So
So
yeah.
no, you're fine. Right, y'all are building this data center and different stuff, but what is it hosted on now? Like, how does the bot work now if that data center's not up?
Right now we already have our own hardware servers.
Oh, you do? Okay.
And yeah, but it's a tiny stuff, and right now it's a mix between hardware servers, cloud server. So that's why we really want to centralize. Cool Screeners is, for example, a cloud server. Then behind the nodes that we are using for the boat are on our local hardware. So it's a mix right now, but everything soon will be really in the same data center. So going from hosting the website to the XRPL nodes to everything will be from that data center here in Swiss.
Okay. My next question is, like, I thought you mentioned something about the bot running on the local machine before the video. So that's why I guess I'm a little confused. And it's really great to hear that y'all are moving that direction. But I thought that there was something about the local machine. Am I remembering wrong, or?
Yeah, that's just right now the boat. As long we are under the beta version, that means we are still adding a lot of features, taking suggestions, applying them, and we are working basically on not the final, but the real end version that we will no more call beta, which means that the whole grids, dynamic grids, will be also on the server. Right now, everything is already on the server. So all the interaction with the ledger, the orders going through, that's all coming from our server. But the grids are still handled on the local machine. So that's really the next improvement we do, is that basically all will be fully automated. Someone can log in, set up a grid, come 2 months later, log in, and it will have traded all the time. Right now, it requires the computer to run or the smartphone to be on, in
Okay.
order, and the web page open, basically, to have it. So for the moment, under the version, the beta version, it requires the trader device to be running, and soon it will be completely on server.
Gotcha. And what is your target or forecast to be out of beta and to have the grids on the thing? Like just a target, not hard and
Um,
fast, but you know.
I used to know more like roadmaps because
I
when
know.
you do too much things and you have a small team, and the problem is always we would love to finish things as quick as possible, but as I already said you, it's also a question of support. Um, uh, we are really a small project right now. We got not a lot of support. We got no grants. So things are not so easy that it looks like. A server costs a lot of money. We need few of them. With money, everything would go way quicker. Right now, I'm thinking in the next 1 or 2 months, we will have made a major step already. I would love to release it as quick as possible, but now we also have the holidays, and everything. To be very honest, I think in the next 2 months we may have our beta version coming to the end.
Okay. So between 2 months and maybe 3 months after that, you know, some kind of a
Yeah, it's
okay.
also depending. We are working on like options like dynamic grids because people asked us that the grids have to follow the price, DCA option, AMM option. So there is many options on which we work aside of this grids input on I mean this grid handling for everyone. It's basically a mini exchange handling transaction for all the accounts basically and
Wow.
sending orders out to the ledger for them. So right now it's using the power of the computers. And once we are ready, it will be fully on the server. But that means if we have a lot of users, we need the servers behind to be able to answer to that also.
And we appreciate that. I'm just was trying to get like, you know, this is always what I think when I think everyone tries to look at roadmaps as a
Yeah,
deadline of like this. I'm like, no, developers have a range. It's complicated to complex. Let's just be real. Like nothing almost ever gets delivered exactly when we think it will. That's why, you know, I exist and I have my job and my day job. So, but you know, if you had to say if this dot was like you say the 2 month mark, what would be like the latest that you would be thinking of based on the conversation? Like,
oh,
three-
honestly, maybe a few weeks more, but
oh, okay, that's not the end.
I'm like the kind of guy if I announce a timing, as soon I approach it, I got in a rush,
Yeah,
and as soon I overgo it, I feel bad.
no,
So that's why I also no more announce basically timing because we did no pre-sale. We are doing that by our own. It's our pleasure basically to build that.
yeah,
And I don't want to rush myself. I want to make things well. I want to have the time to listen to the suggestions, to
hmm
fix the bugs.
feedback.
Uh,
Yep.
yeah, the feedback is important. It needs a lot of time, and that's all the things when you plan a roadmap or when you plan a project. Often you have all the positive energies in mind, and you often not see all the potential issues, and that's why often projects completely missed a roadmap because they don't really realize all the thing it needs to arrive to that point. Uh,
Exactly.
and and you never know it before you do it. So, but
No,
honestly, we are in a good situation. I mean, we need those servers to be running. I mean, that data center to be created. Yes, it requires money, it requires time. But once we have it running, it's a switch basically, and we put everything over there. Um,
well, I
so
mean, I asked this to say, and I should probably do a whole video just on this as well because I feel like projects they lay out a roadmap and users like you know that are usually in my seat don't understand software development or like the multi decade long conversation about missing deadlines and the complexities of software development. And so I wish the industry would do two things. One, like developers or projects would be able to give a range of like when something will be out, based on that being the next thing, whether it be like a 3 month, 4 month, even 6 month time frame between this and this time. So because then we as users, we lock onto a date and we're waiting so eagerly for that expectation. And it's not fair to the project, it's not fair to us, and no one is happy on either side. So I feel like if the whole industry talked about being something releasing within a range of time, it would just be a much better conversation, just as it is for, in my normal business. So anyways.
For me, it's always it's a problem of trust, and
Yeah.
we get all in the same schematic of white paper, roadmap, resolving a problem. I mean, problem, issue. There's many projects, they're not there to resolve an issue there, and so, but they're still following that path, and for me, it's a question of trust, and I think we use the roadmaps to gain trust from investors. So to show we are following what we do, what we say that we do, and we can prove it. But for me, yes, at some point it's cool, but and then you have a problem, and that means you're a bad project because you missed one part of your roadmap, or because you decided to do something else. So for me, roadmaps is something subjective at some point, because if the project is working, if the project is doing a lot of things,
Yeah.
why gonna annoy them with roadmaps if you see that they are going everywhere?
Yeah.
But
Showing and
yes,
building trust and delivery is super important. But I digress. I'm sure that it's interesting between me and you, but I know that the user watching this is probably like, yeah, come on, guys, get on with it. So I do want to do that because I hear the voice of the user in the back of my head. So let me go ahead. I do want to go to this is the website. This is Dex Machine. We are able to connect our wallet after we have it set up. But as we were talking ahead of time, and I actually went and set up another wallet before this, because I have my normal tutorial and I thought that was going to be the way things go. And I neglected to read the instructions about what I should do because I'm just so used to having my Zum wallet and ready to go. And so, as we go through this, this is going to be a little bit different. So if you have your Zum wallet, you're going to be creating a different wallet, and you can still use Zum for it, but this is going to be a bit different than normal. Is that right, Julian?
exactly. Basically, the normal Zoom wallet that most people have comes with ABC suites and numbers. Um, the all the tools on the XRPL that have to drop or to trade or to do anything for you, they need to sign basically at your place. So if you want a trading tool to trade for you or airdrop tool to drop for you, then he has to sign for you, and he needs basically the signing key. And on the XRPL, you have different type of wallets. Most people only know the first type, that is the Zoom type with the ABC and the numbers, but those tools require the seed key.
Okay.
And we advise everyone to basically generate a new trading wallet, to only use that wallet for the trading, and to directly generate one on our website or any other, if you trust them,
Do you trust them?
and basically generate directly a wallet with the seed key, and not generating a seed key from your previous ABC login.
So Zum has the seed key, which is this kind of alphanumeric sequence right here, and that is what is behind and the 1 2 3 or the ABCD whatever, the 1 2 3 4. But this is what you don't see as a Zum user, right? You have
Exactly.
that seed phrase that's instead of this key, but you're saying in order for the wallet to trade, you need this key and you need access to this key. So you have to generate your wallet differently, but you can still use Zum, which we're going to show here, to put this in, right?
Exactly.
Okay, so now I can use this to generate it, but we're actually going to go through I'm going to do this on my phone, I think. I'm going to show the phone. Now, Julian's not going to be able to see this, but I'm going to switch something up here, and you should be able to see it here in a second. So this is my phone screen, and someone's texted me since I've been in here doing this, but I'm gonna go into not into Zoom yet. I'm gonna go into Safari. I'm gonna open. I already have the coolscreeners.net / Dex Machine, and again, this link will be in the description, so don't worry. But it is I'm at the same website I am that we were just looking at, just on the front page here. And so I need to go to where I'm seeing the connect button, the home page. Where do I go to the instructions? Is that where I need to go? I see the upper left, and I'm going to click on instructions, and I create a new seed key. Is that correct?
Exactly. On the instruction, you can click on generate. If you click on generate, it will refresh the page. You can refresh until you like the address of the wallet.
Oh, so that is it right there. So I'm just hitting generate. I'm seeing something new. So this is actually a new seed, and I'm actually still looking at my desktop too, and I can see that it has changed. So if I go from
Exactly.
here back to here, you can see that the seed phrase is last is like 2S2 which is 2S there, and then it is ZM here. So on the seed key. But we're just going to be creating one of these, and then just to let you know, I'm going to be doing something different. It will not be this wallet. This will not have the seed key, so please don't go trying to be stealing anything, because it's not going to exist by the time this video's out. So but we're going to use this, and I'm just going to copy here real quick, and I'm actually going to use a note-taking tool and a whiteboarding tool I have to paste this in, so I can go back and forth if I want to. Zoom that out a bit. Okay, so now you see that I have the information copied and pasted there. And okay, so now I have that information. I have it copied. Now what do I do with it?
Oh, now you head over to the Xoom wallet. Once you're on the Xoom wallet, you have on the right up normally a little button where you can show the different wallets you have, or you should be able to add and import a new wallet.
Yep, I have that add account button here.
Exactly. And then you add and import an existing account.
Okay.
And then you
It asks
should
for
have
access, right? Do you want full
ex
access, right?
exactly full access. All those things are like usual, like any wallet, you accept them. And at some point, it will ask you to import your ABC codes, but you will see that there is 3 other options, normally 2 or 3
Yeah.
other options.
I see secret
And
numbers, family seed, and mnemonic, which I don't never know how to pronounce this
mnemonic.
phrase. Mnemonic
Mnemonic,
phrase.
mnemonic would be the words, like
Okay.
12 or 20 words. The first option is the XOM option, ABC plus numbers, and the family seed is the one you search to use.
Okay.
And there you just simply paste now the seed.
Oh, okay. That's easy.
And yeah, it's way faster than the ABC.
Yeah.
And now your wallet is already imported. You can give him a name. And once that's done, your wallet is imported but not activated. So like any other XRPL wallet,
Yeah.
save that seed key, don't share it, and you need to activate the wallet.
Yeah. So I will do my normal spiel that I do on my others. If unlike the other tutorial I've done where you have like rows A, B, C, D, E, and you have different numbers that correlate to those, if someone shares that that string, that seed key I just copied, they have access to your wallet, and they'll have access to your NFTs, all your XRP. When you're doing this, make sure that you copy that seed key down in a very safe place and you hide it. Again, this is just a tutorial. This is just me showing and for the sake of how you're supposed to do this. But if again, please write it down multiple places, keep it safe, keep it hidden. If someone has this, they have access to your wallet and all your funds. All right. My spiel is over. Back to I'm going to put just standard security for the sake of the tutorial. You obviously have an option to do extra security where you can use your password to sign in and sign transactions. I'm guessing you have to do standard security just to do the bot, or can you do the extra security option?
Oh, this doesn't change anything.
Okay.
As soon the bot has the seed, basically, he is able to sign. Same. Basically, you're providing the seed to Xum, same as to the bot.
Okay.
So
So I'll
Xum
just
is
do
just a
standard.
wallet.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Xum is just a wallet showing your amounts, and the bot is one placing orders, basically.
Gotcha. I'm just gonna put this as bot test because it is a test. We're gonna hit next. I'm like, yay, it's set up. Hooray, let's go. Now I obviously need to
Activated.
activate my account. So I'm going to move 10 XRP in here from another wallet. So I'm just gonna go to my other accounts. I'm gonna choose another account here.
Maybe put at least 14, so you can add also one or two Trustline after that.
Okay, so I'm gonna go to this one. It has 129 XRP. This was actually the other one I set up for what do you call it? To for the
Ah,
bot.
okay,
So
with the ABC, yeah, sure.
yeah, with the ABC that's not right that I can't do. So I'm gonna go ahead and actually I gotta go back. I need to copy the address. All right. So I'm going now that I have this set up, I'm going to copy the address up here for bot test. You've copied the address. And then now I'm going to go to another wallet. You can use Uphold, you can use Topper, or all these other I have another tutorial that will show you how to buy using what is it? There's another up here that is Bonxa. You can buy with Bonxa if you're in the US. There's other options on here to on-ramp XRP directly into your Zum wallet. But right now I'm just going to transfer from another account since I already had another account set up for this. So I'm going to choose this other account and I'm going to hit the, oh, wrong button. I'm going to just hit send up here on the left-hand side. I'm going to choose the amount of XRP. So based on Julian's example, I'm just going to put in 14. And then I'm going to hit next. And I'm going to paste in this new address. It knows it that it's me because I already have it on here. So I'm gonna hit next, and it's going to ask me to destination account hasn't been used before. It's basically telling you need the 10 XRP and so on and so forth. So we're gonna hit OK. We're going to hit slide to send, and then it will be there. And of course, less to 3 to 5 seconds. Okay, it's done. So now we're going to go back to the bot test wallet, and you now see that I have 4 XRP there. So,
Perfect, you're ready.
yep, now this is ready to start to be used for the bot, but now we need access to the bot. And so Julian is going to be sending me some XRP really quick to purchase the bot that we're going to be using for the example. So we'll be right back after we do that. All right, everyone, we're back, and Julian has sent me some XRP on this bot test wallet that we have, and we're going to use this to purchase one of the different bots. And now, while I'm switching over here, Julian, you want to explain the difference between the different bots and what they are? And I'm navigating to what is it? Buy access while I'm doing that, I guess. Yeah, here we are.
Exactly. So yeah, people can click on buy access, and there is a first explanation. The first option is to use the tool for free, which is allowing everyone basically to do 20 trades on SwissTech XRP. So you need to hold basically SwissTech token, and you can do 20 trades. You can set up a trading wallet, do exactly the same. You not need to hold an NFT. You can test the tool for free before buying an NFT. So if you like how it is, if you don't like, it helps you really to make a better choice. Basically, we don't want people to buy an NFT and to come after and to say us, oh, the tool is not corresponding to me basically. And
Okay.
so we put the demo version so that really everyone can just test it. Yes, it requires SwissTech, but you can just buy one XRP of SwissTech and you can make a micro trading test. So it's not a problem.
Okay. And I
Um,
see the next one is a Dexbot, right?
yeah, Dexbot is basically the first level, which is the Dexbot allowing one trading pair uh, simultaneously. That means you can only trade one pair, but you can close that pair and you can trade on another pair. So it's not locked on one token. It's just meaning that you can only trade one token at the same time.
Okay. So like XRP to SwissTech as an example, or
Exactly, US
XRP
dollar.
to Treasury, but only that one. You can't go between you can't go back and forth,
Exactly.
right? Unless you set it
Uh,
to one different one at a time.
as soon as soon you set it one grid, you won't be able to set a grid on another token. So let's
Okay.
say you set it up something on Treasury XRP, then you won't be able to trade on Reaper, for example, also.
Okay.
So you will have to kill the grid on the Treasury and then you can start the grid on the Reaper.
Gotcha.
Um,
But this allows you unlimited trading, unlike the free version.
Unlike the free version, with that one, you can trade as much as you want. It's just that you can only do one per same time, but you can 20 times a day if you want to change, you can change it. There's really no limitation on that. Um, so as long you have an active grid and it's trading in the range, he will work.
Okay, cool. I see the next one is a Dex Droid, which is the advanced level. And I guess it allows you to do 3 specific currency pairs, so you can have Reaper, Treasury, and Swiss token all at the same time, grids for them.
Exactly. So
Okay.
that's for people who want to trade a bit more and who need, for example, to trade at least 3 token. And this allows you, yes, like you say, for example, to have the XRP, USD, and few others. But it's still only three tokens same time. If someone wants really to go hardcore on the Dex, then there's the Dexborg,
Yeah.
which allows basically to trade all the tokens you have in your wallet. So if you have, let's say, 20 different tokens, you can run grids on 20 different tokens. We had someone running at least 40 different grids, I think, something like
Wow.
that. So yeah, we encountered some bugs on that and realized that we had a limit on our system, so that it's not able to fetch so much orders when there is so much grids. So this is something we are also working on, so that this becomes really unlimited. There is no problem if someone has 40 different tokens, but as soon he has put 90 or 100 grids per token, it starts to be complicated.
Okay.
And this is something we will resolve it with the next version. We will be fully on the server.
Okay.
So there will
Well,
be more power, and we will have people maybe having 200 active grids with each 100 orders running.
I hope I get to that level, but we'll see. I hope I have the money to even do that level, but it's a whole nother conversation. But um, yeah, so this is the unlimited, but you're saying there's a known issue, but you're in beta, so it's like, come on, like you'll have that, but by the time you're out of beta, that will be resolved, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
basically, our goal is really we have no limit. So my dream would be to have enough liquidity to really have top hardware, top everything. If I would have really liquidity, or would even hire more developers and really push everything up to the perfection. So my goal is during the next month and years to never stop basically with developing those things. So I think over the next months and year, there will be a lot of changement and things will really grow. And we try to listen to the community also to get that feedback. It's important.
Yep.
So yes, I'm pretty sure that those bugs we have today will make our tool even more stronger tomorrow.
Gotcha. Well, you have the Dexbot, the Dex Droid, and the Dex Borg. And the Dexbot is 250 XRP. The Dex Droid that we covered, which is that middle tier, three different pairs at the same time, is 600. And we have the Dex Borg, which is that unlimited one we just got done talking about. That is the 1200 XRP. So do I just
Exactly.
click on one of them, or do
So
I like?
you can even slide a bit. You
Okay.
can choose. They all have their own design.
Oh
So
gosh.
if there's one you prefer more for this demo, you you can decide, and you can basically click on anyone.
I like this
Um,
one. Let's go that one.
and yeah, if you click on it, then it's generating you a QR code, or you can
Yeah.
scan it or
I'm
open
gonna
it
hit
to
the
you. So
open and zoom button, and I see here um I've got the again my temporary account that we're using for this that will not be here after the tutorial, but I see the amount of 1200 XRP, the token ID, um, and what the memo is buy a Dexborg. So I'm gonna hit slide to accept. It's gonna read my face, or if you put in your PIN code or your password, you'll do that, and it's doing the transaction. It says it's successful. So now I'm going back to it's sending me back to the Dex machine, and it is loading. It says you have successfully bought a Dex NFT. Congratulations. So now I'm going to go back to my wallet, and I'm going to confirm. Instead of going to the tokens that I have here on the upper left, I'm going to drop down and I'm going to see the NFTs, and it shows the Dexborg NFT there. So I know that I've been successful, not just because the website told me, because I can see it in my wallet. So now that I have this, am I set up to start trading?
yes, basically the best thing would be to just add the trust lines before.
Okay.
Um, as one of our nodes that is working for this requires is fetching this information every few minutes. So if you log in right now with no trust line set up and you set up trust line after, you will have to wait a few minutes in order them to appear. So better setting them up right now before logging in to the boat.
Okay.
So
So
you
I'll hit the add button, and I'll go to you mentioned the US dollar, and so I do have some questions about this. We'll get into that in the next video, I think.
yeah.
But for
So
instance, I'll do US dollar, and I'll just hit sign that real quick. I'll
so
hit
with
slide
most
to accept.
XRPL tokens, you won't have that
Yeah.
that issue.
So I just want to make
But yeah,
sure, because this is different.
yeah, there's still XRPL token will have put some fees. But if the fee is really low and you're making nice profits, it's also cool.
So I'm going to go
It's
to okay, so sorry, real quick. Just for the tutorial to wrap this up, I'm gonna go to, I guess, Reaper Financial. I'm gonna add their trust line for Reaper, just as an alternate example.
Mhm, mhm.
Um, so let me go down to their eligible
Um,
coins, and I'm gonna hit just for the sake of the
Reaper may be even a good example as it's also one of I would say one of the interesting token on the XRPL where there is movement, where there is liquidity.
yeah.
So I don't know, I didn't do it, but it could be interesting.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying, like, I'm just I'll get just to have another example to go through on the tutorial. So I'm gonna what I did is I went to Reaper Financial, I went to the bottom, and I went to their eligible tokens, which has the trust lines on them. I found Reaper. I clicked on set that trust line. It brought me to XRPL services, and I'm hitting confirm. And I'm just gonna hit slide to accept. And again, there's no issuer fee or anything on that other one. So I'm gonna hit slide to accept. It's gonna read my face. All right, so now I'm back, everyone, and I have the Reaper trust line set, and I am gonna be well, now what do I do? What's next?
Oh, so yeah, your wallet is pretty ready. Now you need Ripper token if you want to trade the Ripper. So if you don't own any Ripper, you have to buy it. If you own some, you could simply swap it, transfer it to your trading wallet.
Okay. Well,
But
let's pretend I'm completely new to this and I don't have any Reaper or this other token that I have yet, and I don't want to
then it's
get.
perfect.
Okay, so I'm gonna go to the Dex real quick. Which if I go to X apps and I search Dex, I'm just gonna grab some Reaper off of the Dex real quick. So how much do I need in doing this?
The volume of the trading, that's up to everyone. Everyone has different budgets to trade. The only thing that is same for everyone is that the ledger requires, same as a trust line, 2 XRP for each order. So, for example, if you place 50 orders, you need 100 XRP. That is freezed, same as a trust line, a freeze. So
Okay.
people who have already traded on the DEX have noticed that. For the trading tool, it's basically the same. So apart from the trading position size, you need to know that there is this 2 XRP for each grid. So
So
yeah,
so for the bot to work, it needs 2 XRP to figure out each different trade.
yeah, exactly. Each order
Okay.
that is placed in the waiting time it got filled, there is 2 XRP locked. As soon the order is fill it or kill it, then you get back those 2 XRP. Completely aside of the trading. This is really how the ledger works, how the XRPL works. This is a ledger freeze, basically. And
Okay.
then comes your trading position. And this I cannot basically say to people how much they have to trade, because there's people they will trade a huge volume, and there's people will trade a lower volume.
Okay. So for this example, I'm going to use 25 XRP worth of Reaper, and I'll have 25 XRP worth on the other side because you need 50-50 on both sides to
Exactly.
do this trading, right? So
Perfect.
we're
So
going
you
to use
have
a
enough.
25 XRP value then. So what I'm going to do
Exactly.
is I'm going to go to buy, and I'm going to hit on the quote. I'm going to go down to, I see RPR since I have the trust line set. If you don't see the trust line set, if you don't have, sorry, if you do not have the trust line set, you won't see it there. But I clicked on Reaper or RPR, and I see the trust line, which is that sequence right there. So I'm going to tap that. And now you can see that I have XRP to Reaper. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a limit buy, and I'm going to buy, I'm actually, I'm going to reverse this real quick. I'm going to hit this middle button to reverse RPR. So now I'm going to hit the quantity of RPR I want to buy, which if I go to how much is 50 XRP worth? So 500 RPR I'm going to click on I'm going to buy into the sell orders. So these red bars right here, I'm going to tap on that one, and it's going to get me around 20 XRP. So I'm going to choose the 42. Yep, I'm going to tap on XRP, hit 42 there, and then I'm going to change the RPR amount to where I get around 50 XRP. So I'm going to hit, let's just say 5,000. Let's see where that gets me. That gets me to 210 XRP. We don't want that. So let's go to 90 or 20. What would that be? Around 1,000 is what I'm guesstimating. That gets me 42. So it's probably like 1,200. Let's do 1,200. That gets me 50.4 XRPs worth at the moment of this. So, and prices fluctuate up and down, but generally we want the XRP value to be 50% and 50%, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
The basis when you start a grid is having basically being placed with 50-50 of tokens. So you're able to sell some, you're able to buy some.
Okay.
Again, that is also depending. There will be traders having a strategy where they will start with the price at the low of the grid and going up. Some will start in the middle of the grid. Some will write the thing down. So that's again up to everyone. But yeah, I advise to have at least both side enough to cover the grid moves.
Gotcha. Well, I'm going to put 600 XRP, which gives me 25 XRP worth, and then we'll do 25 XRP worth of XRP, and then we'll do 25 XRP worth of Reaper, which is in this case 600 Reaper right now. So I'm gonna hit buy, and that's gonna open the transaction. So I will hit slide. I'm gonna sell 25 XRP to purchase 600 RPR. It's gonna read my face or ask for my PIN number, and then I will be, I guess, after this transaction, verified, good to go. I'm gonna quit the app, and I'm going to go back to the home screen, and now I can see the 600 Reaper there, as well as the 82 XRP that I have to do some of this trading with. So
Perfect.
now this is set, and this is the end of this tutorial because we've gone over so much. I want to cut it here.
Okay.
But thank you, Julian. I'll see you in the next tutorial, and let me know if you have any questions below. I'll do what I can, but I advise anyone who's looking for help, again, to go to the Discord. I'm happy to help take comments, but I'll probably just end up directing you there. But make sure to like and subscribe. There is going to be options if you want to donate, if you found this helpful. We do have the option for you to anonymously, send me some to buy me a coffee. And then there's also the option to send me some XRP if this bot really helps you. Keep me in mind. But I'll see you in the next tutorial, and thank you so much, and we're out.